Next up, it's also his first time doing this, like at all. Give him a big hand. He's really funny. Robert Morgan.
All right, we're about to take a sharp right turn. Thank you all for coming out. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. This is the whitest guy you've ever seen, right? Albino corpses have more pigment than I do. Now, I understand if you can't look directly at me while I'm up here. I don't want to burn anyone's retinas. Okay. Now, people have probably told you before that there's a lot of white privilege in our society, and I'm here to tell you that they're right. I mean, look at me. I'm a financial advisor, and I look 14. People trust me with their money. I can't even count to 14 unless I take my shoes off. Well, it's not all bad. I mean, I gotta take advantage of it when I can, right? Some people have a killer jump shot. Some people can solve impossible math equations in their head. I look like I popped out of Hitler's wettest dream. I can't help it, I was born this way. So, growing up, I never really got accused of any wrongdoing, even by the victims of whatever schemes I had cooked up. You know, I look a lot more like Bernie Madoff than some Nigerian prince. I'm sure you can imagine what those kind of schemes were. And yeah, people trust me with their money. I don't get it. Even going through security checkpoints with guards or people watching you to make sure you don't do anything wrong, I never had to wait in line. I never got patted down. Just put on my serious face, started walking fast. The guards would be standing there. Oh no, don't bother with him. He looks super busy and super white. He's probably supposed to be here. Quick, grab the guy in the turban. That's the guard saying that, not me. Yeah, sometimes I really like to test it out. I went into the butcher shop the other day. There's 4 people already waiting to be served. I walked right up to the counter. And I just kind of stood there and looked at the butcher. He walked up to me and asked me what kind of cuts I wanted. Someone started muttering right behind me, "Hey, I was here first. What are you doing?" And the butcher cut him off, looked right at him and said, "Hey, you might have been here first, but he was here whitest." The guy just looked at me and said, "Yeah, can't argue with that, sir." So I was a little under the weather recently. I went into the hospital emergency room. There were people moaning in pain around me. Some of them were bleeding a little bit. I just walked right up to the receptionist. I said, "Excuse me, miss, I'm feeling a little under the weather." And I wasn't really, but it helps me score Vicodin when I say that. So, of course she said, "Yeah, we can help you right away. Can I take a look at your insurance?" "Well, I don't have it on me right now." And she gave me a little harder look this time. Then she smiled and said, "Oh, that's all right, I'm sure you're good for it. Follow me." So I started following her back into the chop shop, and I remembered that my kidneys were starting to feel a little sore from all the Vicodin they'd been giving me. So I asked her if I could get one of those third kidneys to kind of boost the ones that I already had going. She said, "Yeah, sure, we'll just take it off the next brown person we operate on." I know, right? People complain about the healthcare system in this country. I actually got pulled over going 90 on the way here, and I was able to talk my way out of the ticket. Officer Johnson even gave me a ride to the show tonight so I'd be on time. Thanks again, Officer J. We're going to be getting a drink after the show, and then he's going to help me bury the body I have in my trunk. He thinks I'm a good kid. I just need a little guidance and some time to mature. He knows the jail would have a severe impact on me, just like that poor boy from Stanford. I know, it's terrible. It's terrible he's gone. So, growing up, I did get into a little bit of trouble. My parents caught me smoking weed a bunch. But when I got older, the tables turned, I caught my dad burning some grass. He's still doing 20 years. There were children in that field. No, I'm just kidding. He was white, so he got like 3 months probation. He's doing fine now. All right, guys, if I stay in these bright lights any longer, I'm going to start to get a sunburn, so I got to go. Thanks for finally listening to a white man.